Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, and his wife Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, arrived in Bermuda on a British Airways flight last night. They were greeted by Governor Sir Richard Gosney and his wife, Lady Gosney, as well as Premier Paula Cox and her husband. Their visit centers around the awards ceremony for the Duke of Edinburgh. The Earl of Wessex is a trustee of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award Foundation, as well as chairman of the International Council. The awards program is recognized in 132 countries and was started by his father. The royal visitor's first stop was to the center on Angle Street, where Prince Edward presented gold awards to 10 deserving students who partook in the program. Minister of Youth, Families, Sports and Community Development Glenn Blakeney congratulated the students for their volunteer work and for overcoming the challenges presented in the program in order to receive their awards. He also spoke on the relevance of the center and how it has played an instrumental role in the scheme. Prince Edward, having done the Duke of Edinburgh himself, applauded the students for their discipline and hard work.
Most importantly to all the award recipients this morning, congratulations, well done. You can relax a bit now. You've got through probably the most difficult bit, and well done. And I know that some of you have kept your silver and your gold at the same time, a special congratulations. I hope that you feel as you look back on what you've done over the last few years working towards it, it's been worthwhile. I'm sure there were times when you were doing it when you thought, wonder why you were doing it. And if I remember anything about it, probably about halfway through the expedition. But actually, it's fantastic when you get to the end. It's a great feeling looking back. So I hope that you can look back and feel very, very proud of what you've managed to achieve today. And thank you everybody else for coming on and supporting today, supporting your family, friends, leaders, the centre here.
It was during this time that an unexpected occurrence happened with one of the students who had received their award abruptly fainting. People rushed to his aid and lifted him up and carried him outside, where he was given a glass of water. The prince joked that this is the second time in giving a speech that someone has fainted and laughed, saying he is beginning to get a complex. Not skipping a beat, though, he returned to giving the program praise. The next stop was Summersfield Academy, where students from the primary division eagerly awaited the prince's arrival. The students were beaming at the thought of having the chance to meet a member of the royal family, and they stood proudly waving their Bermuda flags. After about a half hour, the motorcade, led by police, came in through the gates, and there was a sense of excitement in the air as the prince began to make his way down the long line of anxiously awaiting students. Prince Edward's friendly approach to the students had them enthusiastically shaking his hand and talking about their favorite subjects. The prince, along with Governor Sir Richard Gosney, then made his way to a room where senior students had proudly displayed collages they had made of their experiences during the Duke of Edinburgh. A trio also presented the prince with a song by Taylor Swift. By this time, it was midday, and the whirlwind tour was far from over and was continuing in full force. People excitedly lined up at each stop, eager for a glimpse and a possible hello from the prince. All media organizations were present and took countless pictures of the memorable day. The Royal Yacht Club was the next stop, where junior sailors were already in the water sailing around their dinghies, showing off their impressive skills, while the prince and princess looked on and waved to them as they sailed by. People gathered on the porch of the upper part of the Royal Yacht Club and watched as the royal visitors made their way back into the yacht club to sign a guest book. As they exited, security looked on, making sure that everything was in order and that everything was going as planned. The Royal Highnesses also traveled to Ferry Reach for a tour of the co-educational facility. The co-ed facility is an approved Duke of Edinburgh Awards Center, where quite a few young male offenders are taking part in the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program. A few of them were selected to talk to the Royal Highnesses about their experience and how it has helped them reshape their path.
Yeah. What sort of things do you do for that?
I think the CEO over there, I made that jury well.
Really? Wow. That's quite impressive. No previous experience? No, just left from here, yeah? All right.
The Berkeley Institute was definitely a highlight throughout the day. It was here that a plaque to commemorate the royal visit to the school was unveiled by Prince Edward, which was met with a huge round of applause.
So if you make lots of noise, they're all going to ask you afterwards, why were you having so much fun, okay? So, are you ready? Will you do this? I'm ready after that fantastic voice. I hope your microphone's still on, so, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Musical and dance performances that students from Berkeley and Warwick Academy had prepared were magnificent and unique. Deputy head girl Aisha De Silva, who had also received a gold award earlier in the day at the center, presented the Royal Highnesses with a gift. The day ended with the Royal Highnesses, the Earl and Countess of Wessex, making a stop to Government House and planting a tree. They will leave Bermuda on Thursday on a private jet headed for the Caribbean. I'm Julia Smatt, reporting for VSB News.